I could tell you a whimsical tale that's probably very inaccurate. The Sensible Sociopath.
2, 3, 1, go.
Roma, the podcast is here!
It really never gets old.
Sorry about those jokes I said earlier about babies with both sets of genitals.
What does that even mean?
You know, I'm willing to risk my life for this podcast, Roma.
Ugh, that sounds insane.
I'm also willing to risk your life for this podcast.
Periods are not just for women.
And you'll get to red pill yourself if you choose to.
Come on if you're thirsty.
Take off their underwear and relax with their uncle.
It was kind of traumatizing.
White people are bad and do bad things.
How fast can I eat your ass?
I mean, you know, you look at me and you go, this is an international man.
My whole life is a sham.
And you can't get the white Oreos. That's racist.
I think I counted like 25 racially charged jokes.
White privilege allows me to turn off someone's headlights.
I was just being agreeable.
Roma, when was the last time you were agreeable?
It's been days.
Also, if you try to poop really hard, sometimes you'll come.
You would think that we'd have our shit together.
It's the enema for your face.
Yeah, I was gonna say cleanings for women.
I'm not a lady, Roma.
Oh, this is so gay.
Let's try to be inclusive, Roma.
What does that even mean?
I know these things, Roma. I know many things. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Sensible Sociopath Podcast, episode 191. We're live on YouTube.
191!
It's Friday night!
Yeah! Yeah!
My name is Stephen Paul. I will be your host today. Sitting across from me is the lovely and talented superfan Dan.
Hello, guys!
Just getting over some surgery, and he was able to make it out of the house without his pants.
Oh, yeah, no pants
But
today.
we'll talk about that.
Oh, yeah, it's a big
We'll talk about the
topic, me
rules
and
around
pants.
here.
This is a no pant podcast.
SFD. Well, fine. Roma, help me with these. Just kidding.
But was he?
As was mentioned
I hope
before,
so.
our producer in the producer's bay on the ones and twos today, the lovely Romerica Rifkin.
Hi, guys.
Whoop, whoop, whoop,
Roma.
whoop, whoop, whoop. Yes, Romerica Rifkin. So we are back from a slight hiatus because Dan.
Yeah, I
had-
just fucked it all up, dude.
Yeah, Dan, what's up with your shitty ligaments?
Okay, so, brief synapses? No.
Whatever.
Synopsis.
There you go.
Synopsis. There we go.
Yeah,
Fell off a truck.
yeah.
And landed on my left foot, which caused my knee to go left to right, tearing my ACL off.
They call that goofy foot.
That's what I was trying to do, the stanky leg, and it just didn't stank well enough.
Mm.
And then
Sometimes the stank sticks.
it really did on
It
this
does,
one.
yeah.
So I tore my ACL off. I tore my lateral meniscus, and I fractured my tibia and fibula.
Now, how does that help the podcast? How does that help us podcast? Would you say that you gained anything from it? Are you able to pick up on sarcasm more? Or
I think I gathered a little bit, like 2 points more humor.
wait, am I picking up sarcasm? Because
the
maybe
last-
I gained powers from you.
You probably did. It
Okay,
could be
all right.
hereditary.
It's helped. It's helped.
I feel like maybe he's picked up a little enthusiasm. He's like, it's so good to be out of the house.
Yeah, no, that's true. Like I was telling the guys, and Roma, of course, I had COVID-20. That's only effective in the knee.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
You know,
It doesn't affect the pornography watching.
no, not at all. Not at all. You get weird. You
Yeah,
get weird with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Like
get into any of
wall
the?
porn?
All right, so you know when like, when a girl drives a Subaru, right?
Okay.
And the dogs have bandanas and they're a little too happy. What do you think's happening there, Dan?
What do you think is happening there, Dan?
Yeah.
I think that what's happening is somebody's a little too close to their dog.
Okay,
That's what
okay.
I think's going on.
Let's say you're in a relationship and someone steals your dog.
So death?
Well,
Or-
or
or at least hammers to.
Or do you let the dog be happy?
Is that what happened to me?
I'm just saying, Dan.
I thought it was
suspicious.
surgery, and I was wondering why it felt like somebody was taking a hammer to my knee.
Absolutely. Yep.
Son of a bitch.
You got Tanya Harding.
Okay, maybe I shouldn't take the drugs that they prescribe me.
Sometimes you fly too high, Dan. Sometimes people have to take you down a peg.
Apparently, and I'm missing my wings. What the fuck's going on here?
We've got some Red Bull in the fridge, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And some literal chicken wings.
You know, an interesting thing is that
a wing thing?
Yeah, because it was actually about Red Bull. Is that one of their last commercials before they stopped doing the whole white and was Adam and Eve were actually naked.
I remember that one.
In one of the, like, she had nipples and everything in one of the Red Bulls Gives You Wings commercials.
I remember that one. Yeah.
So Red Bull gives you things.
As well as wings. Yeah, it definitely makes you fly.
Like a penis.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
Let's say hi to our chat.
Oh,
Okay.
that too. Yeah, that's fine.
Mr. Normac is here.
What's up, Nomo?
Shadamus.
Hunter Osborne's here.
What's up, H.O.?
Osborne.
Margot's here.
Margot!
Ho.
Trevin's here.
T-Cass.
T-Cass. Yeah.
Is that
I
it?
feel like somebody else was here and I can't see him.
Oh, Haley Joe Osmond.
Good old Haley Joe.
Yeah, the guy from
that's
Sixth
Scotty
Sense.
G.
That's Scott. What's Scotty G say?
He says, I have an idea for an episode. What if I come on and teach you guys how to pick locks?
Well, that's a novel idea.
We haven't done that before.
Never.
Not with anybody significant.
To be fair, we didn't actually get to the point where we learned to pick locks. We just talked a lot about them.
And more so about eating dog food.
Dog food.
Yeah.
Oh,
And
dog
there's
food
that
episode.
lot of dog food change there.
So here's the thing. So T-Cass, or no, sorry. It wasn't T-Cass that brought that up.
Scotty G.
Scotty G. So Scotty G, you better have a backstory, my friend, and it better be strong. So you better be thinking about that.
It's gonna be strong.
All right, then. All right.
Except him picking locks might involve a hammer.
What do you mean?
I don't know.
He's not good at it?
No.
How's he going to teach us?
That's for him to show us.
And you to find out.
Because I don't know.
Yeah, it's true, Dan. You know, how could you know?
I don't.
You didn't get superpowers from your fucking knee.
No,
It
clearly I did
just
not.
set back the podcast. I mean, we had this whole
3
plan for the
weeks.
year.
I know.
Whole plan for the year. Guess what? Now Christmas is going to be in February. Whatever, dude.
Is it?
Bullshit.
Fuck.
I can only assume your knee's going to fuck up the show more, Dan. You got a whole map. A whole show map.
Fuck.
Usually you only do it for one episode. I do it for like all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's out 56 episodes.
Oh,
We missed Valentine's Day.
son of a
Yeah.
bitch.
Yeah.
Happy
VD.
Valentine's Day, everybody. Did you know that Valentine's Day was also Ash Wednesday?
What?
So I actually left on my lunch break at work and went to the Catholic Church
Mhm.
and got ashes on my forehead.
Yeah.
So is that where you burn the one that you love, your Valentine, alive?
That would be cool. But no, that's where they take the palm fronds,
Mhm. Mhm.
from the. So they do it. I don't know.
They were used to crucify Jesus.
Well,
Oh,
not quite. I
that
don't think.
explains
But
so much.
they make them into crosses every year. I think for Easter. And whatever's left over, this is my understanding of it. I could be completely wrong, but they burn the ones from the previous year to create ashes, and then they do the little sign of the cross on your forehead.
And
Mine-
then you walk around looking weird all day to people.
I took them. I wore it to the office and then took them off because I didn't
Yeah.
want to be too overly pious.
Yeah.
But you still you want the feel, like you're like. And I got
Yeah.
a strong one too.
You're like, I'll
Sometimes,
get my head cut off like St. Stephen.
yeah.
Yeah.
So sometimes you get
apostle.
the ones that are like just smears and you have no idea what's happening.
Yeah.
But mine was
Looks like a swastika.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, come on,
Yeah.
guys. Come
Yeah.
on.
Hey, I
This
thought
was-
we were classier than that.
This was a strong cross. Like
Good.
it was like it was a good looking one, but I rubbed it off and then it got stuck in my pores and so then my face just looked muddy all day. It's fine.
Well, and,
I did it for Jesus.
I believe that the apostles of Saint Charles Manson, didn't they start off with a cross or an X in their head
Who,
and
what now?
turned
Yeah.
it into a
Yeah.
swastika? I think?
Eventually, because people were ill-informed.
Yeah.
Well, I missed all that. I was reading the chat.
Yeah, Charlie Manson either had a cross or it was probably an X. I think it was probably an X. And then they
Added
made
to
the
it?
swastikas out of
I
it.
didn't know that.
It was a vertical X.
Oh, was it?
No.
Oh. That's a plus sign.
It is.
Which actually would make sense. Like, oh, if I'm Jesus, and then you
Plus
turn it
And then
into a
you-
swastika.
And then you get a cult and you become evil.
Yeah, because like the X doesn't seem like it has as much significance. I mean, maybe it does
I don't
to
know.
whatever
Ask
they
Malcolm
thought what
X.
it was. Oh yeah, that's true.
Mm.
That's true, Roma.
Maybe they were just followers of Malcolm X. The funny thing is that they're credited with trying to start a race war.
Yeah, they murdered X and tried to blame it on Islam.
Who did?
Little
DMX?
Rage Against the Machine lyrics.
Oh.
They murdered X and tried to blame it on Islam.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we
Y'all
were
got
talking.
bullets in your head.
Oh, shit! I thought they murdered ecstasy and replaced it with Molly. I don't
It's
know.
true. Yeah, it was a simpler time though, Dan.
So Hunter says, I'd say Danny's putting his best foot forward about this.
Yeah, because I definitely don't have one.
Yeah, I get it.
Scotty G says that dog gets to watch every man's fantasy every night. That's why it's happy.
Okay.
And Normax says, hey, this is a master lock. I can open it with a master lock
Key.
key. He didn't say key, though.
Yeah. But I get what you're saying. Like two guys that know picking locks.
Picking
Right,
up what
yeah.
you're putting down.
Yeah. Two guys that know.
I mean, I
that
find the
shit.
easiest way to pick a lock is to use the corresponding key. That's always been my go-to.
That was Houdini's go-to as well.
Yeah, that's my first choice.
Yeah, he would blow a guy. Well, he was in a straitjacket, and that
Underwater for
how do you-
like 5 minutes.
How do you finish a guy with no hands? Right, guys?
In a
It's possible.
straitjacket?
Yeah, exactly. Just whack it.
Normax
That's what Normax
says,
said.
no key, just whack it.
Yeah.
At least we're all on the same page.
The old behind the back whack.
Just a good old reach around.
You gotta. Anyways, yeah. I won't tell you how to pleasure a man. You know it. You all know.
Well, yeah.
I mean, our fans.
I mean, Roma doesn't, but that's okay.
Yeah. No, Roma. Well, she.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And this show is brought to you by Hellman's
Holy
That-
shit.
Extra Heavy Duty Mayonnaise.
What the
Did
fuck?
you go to prison?
No, I went to Amazon.
Oh, okay.
Wow. You
You-
let them ship
you-
mayo through the mail? I guess it's winter, so it's a good time
Yeah.
to do it.
The
You-
mayo.
You did.
Mayo.
You did mention that you were gonna get Hellman's extra. What is that? Extra heavy? Mayo?
Well, heavy duty, but this is
Extra heavy
extra
duty.
heavy duty.
Extra heavy duty mayo.
Yeah. So, and I actually found out what the difference is because I've brought up heavy duty mayonnaise
Yeah.
several times. I hope people were paying attention.
Isn't that how you make the good tartar sauce? I know nothing.
I have not made it with that yet, but the thing that differentiates heavy duty or extra heavy duty in my case, because I kind of go all out. I'm balling, some say. The difference between that and regular mayonnaise is the amount of egg yolk in it.
Okay.
Really?
Yes.
So the more egg yolk, the heavier.
Yes. And so the egg yolks that you get, or sorry, the mayonnaise that you get like in the regular, like Hellman's or Best Foods or whatever jar, they're kind of whipped, So like when you're
it's more airy, more aerated.
yes. And so this would be the stuff that's like super creamy. And
Okay.
so you'll get it at like restaurants, really.
Mhm.
Restaurants use it. Some of those like the pump things, they
Mhm.
use it. I think it's more shelf stable as well. And maybe
Okay.
that's the reason why
It's
it like,
probably got a longer shelf life.
yeah, and just doesn't it's just better,
Yeah.
honestly. I don't know what like Hellman's does with the egg yolks that they don't use. Like I don't know where those go. I don't know why you would not make extra heavy duty because honestly, they say that the I think it's like 2 tablespoons or 1 tablespoon. It's only 10 grams more calories, 10 more calories.
Yeah.
I think they make sure that the guys who handle it are either letters beginning with, H, E, L, M, A, or N. Maybe even S. Maybe even S.
What about an
sometimes.
apostrophe? What about Sean? Sean.
kind of like Key and Peele's various different
Yeah,
football player
yeah.
characters?
Normax says, that good mayo, no Miracle Whip.
Hell no.
Fuck Miracle Whip.
Yeah, Miracle Whip is for the people that would. Well, first of all, they
Normax
would-
says egg beaters, maybe scrambled eggs in cartons.
that could be.
Possibly.
Uh,
Possibly.
I really feel like that is some kind of. I don't know, because that stuff comes out thin. Like I used to get it from Costco, like the pre.
Well, so the egg beaters is just it's the whites.
Well,
so if you're using all these yolks,
they also do have the yolk included ones. You know, like sometimes I think maybe it's half the yolks or whatever, and and I'm sure most of the maybe they're selling them to restaurants or something to make, I don't know,
meringue. No, you don't make meringue with yolks.
Yeah, but you don't.
Custard.
Yes, custard.
Custard. They make yolks into custard.
It's a custard thing. That's what it's all about. We say that all the time.
that custard always getting after them Indians.
Scotty says Daniel filled that J being hurt and bored. And I was like, what the fuck? And it's jar.
Okay, really? The truth is,
ugh, that's so gross.
I have all of those letters in my name.
Yep.
I truly do.
And he jerks off into jars.
And well, we quit the
mayo.
fart jar game.
Yeah, exactly.
We quit the fart jar game. I had to make some money.
Look, Dan, the market changed, okay? It pivoted. I can't tell you that again.
I can't.
All right?
The
fart jar game is closed.
I can only
until
pivot.
It comes back around. It's every 20 years. We know this.
I can only pivot. So that's what I did.
Yeah.
Into the jar.
Yeah, we're deep in the heart,
Yeah.
Sorry, I just needed to bring up the mayo.
So how you guys been?
I'm great, Dan, but let's ask you something.
Okay.
All right?
Let's get into it. Hold on.
Hello. Yeah, go ahead and top me off, too. We're going to talk about what I call situational drinking.
Really?
Okay.
Well, speaking of which.
Yeah. And it doesn't have to be alcohol, but I just want to know what. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The old.
Good old Elijah Craig.
Which Dan brought for Roma's birthday, I
You're
believe.
damn right. Well, I think it was. Yeah, no, it was either that or it was
Christmas,
one of the two.
One of the two.
One of the two.
They're basically the same.
There's a very clear definition, and you should have just gone with birthday.
Birthday it is.
Dan.
Yeah, Dan.
Boo.
I've been out of the game for 3 weeks, all right?
20 years again, it'll come back around.
It will, I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Okay, so
working on it.
We're going to talk about situational drinking. Now, these can either be, like I would say extra points if they're alcoholic, but you're just whatever your go-to drink is for the occasion.
Okay.
Please, let's do this.
This is a genius of mine that comes out. Okay, so first off, breakfast. What is your go-to drink for breakfast?
Coffee and Bailey's.
Okay, all right.
Well, coffee with cream.
Okay.
And water.
And the reason that this game came up to me is...
I thought we were talking about with alcohol.
Well, with is like extra points.
You get extra points, but my daily drink is coffee with half and half, and then I try to drink water so I'm hydrated.
Okay. So we'll also... Yeah, okay. So mine, the way this came up is I went to Carl's Jr.
Yes.
Opens at 6 a.m.
Right.
Okay. So I was going in, met a friend of mine. We both ordered our food. We ordered the same exact thing, except he got coffee.
You got a soda, didn't you?
I got a Coke Zero.
Wow.
Yes.
What an asshole.
Yes. I'm such a piece of white trash garbage.
To be fair.
What did you order?
I will go and pick up 9 times out of 10, I'll get breakfast sandwiches and I'll get a coffee from McDonald's. I'll get a coffee and I'll get my boyfriend a Diet Coke.
Excellent. Yep.
Sometimes he'll get a coffee, but usually it's a Diet Coke.
Absolutely. So we got one of the great things about Carl's Jr. is, first of all, if you're doing keto, they do the lettuce wraps.
Uh-huh.
Secondly, you can get a breakfast burger.
For the fucking win! Yes!
Wait. But the problem with the breakfast burger is it has the potatoes and the ketchup on it, which are not keto. Yeah, I know. Yeah. I love their breakfast burger.
That thing's some fucking shit.
Here's the thing, though. Do you get it with 2 patties?
If you're on keto, you can.
I am now.
Yeah, you need to order the 2 patties because the ratio
be a fucking super breakfast burger, motherfucker.
The ratio of eggs and bacon and hash browns and burger patty, you got to throw the double in there. So
you just
pro tip.
Now I've got to.
Yeah.
Nope.
It's excellent.
Yep. Nope. Yep.
But one of the greatest things about Carl's Jr. is that you can order their full dinner menu any time of day.
That's nice.
What?
Yes.
That's nice.
So this morning I got a double, which I like the double better than the 6-pound burger, whatever it is. The third
you were talking
pound.
about like the Superstar?
It was the bacon guac.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck yeah.
In the lettuce wrap. And so I got that. I got zucchini instead of fries and then a Coke Zero. And so that was just the funny thing to me is my friend also got the avocado burger or the guacamole burger, but he got it with coffee. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
yeah, you can't. No.
The worst.
Coffee goes with breakfast items. You can't. I mean,
The worst.
I would
you
never
do-
drink coffee with a burger.
No.
Ever.
The
Ever.
worst-
Ever.
The worst you do is orange juice. That
Okay.
would be the worst you do with a burger.
yeah. But you just get a
But
Coke
you don't
Zero.
get fucking coffee.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
weird. The flavors are all wrong. So Margot says
Flavors, they're all wrong.
G-Ma is watching, so let's keep it clean.
Oh, hi, G-Ma.
Scotty
Penises.
G says, leave now, G-Ma. Only gets worse. And
It's true.
Scotty also says breakfast vodka, lunch vodka, dinner vodka.
Scotty G, you're not far off. That's-
Normac says to Scotty, treating your shakes.
Yeah, my milkshakes. They bring all
the boys to the yard.
Yes.
No, but mine
Gentlemen.
sure as fuck do. God
And
damn it.
just so you know, G-Ma is a little crippled at the moment, so she can't get away.
Everybody's fucked up right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Kat's mom's having some issues right now.
Yeah,
So
where's Kat?
Get better, Tammy.
Yeah,
Dan's
Tammy's
all
the best.
fucked up right now, so Dan, do or don't get better. G-Ma, she had a little incident where her arm isn't working properly.
Yeah, she wasn't acting right, and somebody broke her arm.
I wasn't gonna go that far.
Steve's got that condition known as guns.
She might have owed some money to the mafia.
Yeah.
Okay, I have to say this.
Yeah.
All right, when I went for physical therapy the very first time,
Yeah.
and of course the physical therapist has to ask you, so what happened? I
Uh-huh.
told him, I welched on a bet in a bad neighborhood.
Oh, that's amazing.
He just looked at me like,
Yeah.
are you serious? And I'm like, no, I fell off a truck. I'm serious. I fell off a truck.
That's amazing. I would have went with it.
I
would
walked
just
into a door.
I fell down some
the
stairs.
Yeah.
Onto some bullets.
That's funny, though.
That was great.
I'm part of a
his-
podcast, and it gets out of hand sometimes, and I just don't do what I'm supposed to. I'm so sorry I made you hit me.
Midnight snack vodka.
There you go. Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
Absolutely.
What's our next?
Next one,
So next one for
situational
drinking.
drink. I've got like 25 of these.
Oh,
Okay.
please.
Yeah.
Well, we're already half an hour in. So
okay,
if
shut up,
we're-
all y'all.
If we're
Yeah.
gonna watch these,
Shut up and podcast,
I was
douchebags.
too excited. I'm sorry.
All right,
Give me
so
the mayonnaise jar.
brunch. What's your brunch drink, Roma?
possibly coffee, likely soda water, maybe an iced tea with lemon.
Okay. Super fan?
It's generally coffee, but if we're doing brunch, yeah, I'm gonna go for that fucking mimosa.
It depends on
Mhm.
if the brunch is more breakfast or lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
If
gotta
it's
watch
more
out for that
breakfast-
breakfast.
Yeah.
Well,
so
and what do you have to do after brunch? That's
Right.
also part of it.
well, if I'm
so,
eating breakfast foods, it's definitely coffee. If I'm eating more lunchy foods, it's
Yeah.
probably something like an iced tea or soda water. If there are mimosas, then yeah, I'd probably get a mimosa.
yeah, mimosa with brunch every time.
Honestly, I've
Yeah.
only ever done mimosas at brunch twice in my life.
Perhaps a Bloody Mary. But
Definitely a Bloody
mimosas
Mary.
are
Yeah.
mimosas are the
Mimosas.
traditional.
I haven't found a good one.
Really?
Oh,
I haven't found
I
a
could
good
tell you where
enough
to get-
Bloody Mary.
Okay, so
I'll make them next time. You want to make them next time we're here?
Yes.
dude,
Fuck yeah.
Steve's all about them.
Yeah.
The Ram also has
Oh.
really good ones.
Yeah, Roma's tried my Bloody Mary.
Yeah, it's really good.
It's good.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Changed
It's a-
my mind, Steve.
It's a
Fuck yeah.
it's a salad cup. It's like a liquid
Yeah.
salad.
Yeah.
You've
It's
changed
great.
my mind about spice.
Yeah.
So you still
And-
haven't changed my
And
mind
they're
about
spicy
fish.
too. He
Yeah.
makes them spicy.
Yeah.
But
I'll-
changed my mind about
Hey, but you tolerated fish. That was very impressive.
Yeah.
I did, but that
Even your
doesn't mean I liked
average
it.
even your average fish lover is probably not going to like sardines.
Mm.
I do.
It's a
but-
difficult one to
well, it's very
to
fishy, but I like
yeah.
that. We should try herring sometime.
Well, especially out of a can. You know, it's like anything coming out of a can, most people go, Okay. So just a simple dinner. So whatever you would have at home for dinner, what do you drink?
Oh, at dinner?
Yeah.
Water or soda water.
Okay.
Water or beer.
Okay. I do Coke Zero usually, mostly.
You do a lot of Coke, Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Coke fiend.
It says zero Coke.
My
No,
boyfriend, he would do Coke Zero or water. That's what. Now, if I was out, well, are we going to get to being out?
Of course.
Okay.
Okay. Fancy dinner. What do you drink?
Oh, it's always.
Is it like a date type situation? It depends on what my cohorts are drinking. So if they're drinking alcohol, I'll get something alcoholic.
You're the game leader.
Ooh, I'm the game leader.
Yeah.
Tonight I'm feeling frisky, so I'm going to get an alcoholic beverage.
Yeah.
I'll probably, if it's a nicer dinner, I'll probably get a whiskey. If it's a more like just whatever dinner, I'll either get a light beer, which is rare, but it might happen. Like a beer and we went out and I had a beer because we just went out and shot guns. We were shooting rifles and I was like, I'm really feeling
awesome.
a beer.
Yeah.
I'll either get like a White Claw or or a light beer.
Okay.
Although I do really like a stout, but I just don't drink them like I used to.
Yeah.
I'll get a beer that's not piss water and or bourbon neat.
Okay. Yeah, I think gotta go Coke Zero on this one. Even the fancy one.
You're just all about that Coke, bro.
Sorry, y'all.
Scotty G says, "Oh, wait, what you drink with a meal? I thought you meant what you drank."
As your meal?
I thought
he
you
was
meant
saying
drank.
breakfast vodka, lunch vodka, dinner vodka.
Yes, gotcha.
He thought you meant drank.
Yeah.
Normax says, well, 13 or wine. Hunter says gin or
Jesus,
Moscow Mule.
All right, yeah, Moscow Mule. Actually, that's a really good one.
It is.
Because
Well done, Hunter.
it's almost that perfect blend of like
It's like
drink and
refreshing.
soda,
Well,
you
it's
know?
like refreshing, but it's alcoholic, but it's refreshing. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
like I wouldn't want just like a straight whiskey with my dinner. I'd be like, like, oh, I get water or this, to
Well, yeah, I would have it as a sipping supplement. I wouldn't just like that's my drink.
And I think before dinner, after dinner, you have to consider all those things.
I'm sure
of
you're
course.
right. That's probably the better choice. I don't go on a lot of fancy dinners. So.
Yeah.
Well, we do know that for Scotty G, it would be a before vodka and an after dinner vodka.
Absolutely, yeah.
No
And
D.
in between.
No D, just straight vodka.
So Hunter used to drink gin a lot. I would drink dirty gin martinis, extra dirty, but
Dude, it's so dirty.
I've had quite a few hangovers off of that, and now
Yeah.
I still enjoy them. And then a lot of times too, you'll get gin martinis. They'll make them with sapphire, which I don't really care for. But yeah, they are really good.
Well,
Okay.
you're not alone in the Coke loving, apparently, because Mr. Normac is all about that diet
As a
or
Diet Zero Coke enjoyer, I agree.
Yeah. Thank you. Diet Coke is wrong, but yeah, thank you. That is the incorrect answer.
But we've talked
Okay.
about the fact that McDonald's Diet Coke is like the shit.
It's
haven't we?
acceptable. No, it's not the shit, but it's acceptable shit.
For Diet Coke.
It's shit that's tolerable.
It's still shit.
It's shit. The closest shit you'll get to Coke Zero.
Yeah, I would love to see what McDonald's version of Coke Zero would be because it would probably be better than Coke.
It probably would be.
Yeah.
Wait, whose
Cane.
version?
McDonald's.
Oh,
Because they always have like their own version of ketchup.
Do they? I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Oh,
Okay.
oh, yeah.
Well, I know they have their own ketchup, but I just thought that they repackaged Heinz. So
Did you know that Grimace is a taste bud?
I just learned this about
One
5
swollen
minutes before the
fucking
podcast. So
taste
Grimace,
bud.
is that the name of a taste bud? Is it called a Grimace?
Good Lord, I hope not.
That was it. When you said that, I thought that was what we were talking about.
Mhm.
That a taste bud is called a Grimace.
No, Grimace is like,
So how do we know that he's
Like,
a
that's
taste bud, and
grimacing.
why is he purple?
it's like wincing.
Yeah, grimacing is wincing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had somebody say, "What's up? Why that look?" And I was like, "Oh no, this is just my face."
I was just thinking of you. Yeah.
I just make this face.
Yeah.
And then I caught myself like several times throughout. So I'm going to get a mirror for my desk so I can catch myself making weird faces. I think I make them a lot and I don't realize it.
Yeah.
Very expressive face. And like, I find that like I hold my,
And Roma's very hateful in the face.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
There's a lot of scowling going on.
Yeah, she'll be looking at a newborn baby just
Just stank
Yeah.
face.
It's like somewhere between a grimace and a scowl.
Yeah. Stank ass baby.
I'll catch myself in the mirror sometimes, like just having like going about my day, and I was like, wow, my face is doing a lot of stuff right now. And like
I need Botox so I don't terrify people.
dude, I haven't had Botox in a minute, and like I've got wrinkles like up to my hairline.
Oh, it's terrible, Roba. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that.
It's not
Roba,
that
do you know what a real forehead looks like?
but I'm just saying, the older you get, the more lines that happen here.
I'm younger than you.
Well, yeah, but you've had a harder life.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's been gay and redheaded.
So the internet says that in 2012, McDonald's Corp tweeted from their official account that Grimace was the embodiment of a milkshake, though others still insist he's a taste bud. The account tweeted something similar in 2014, saying Grimace lore says that he's the embodiment of a milkshake or a taste bud.
How are you an embodiment of a milkshake?
And a taste bud at the same time.
He's apparently bringing all the boys to the yard.
Way more like a taste bud than a milkshake.
Yeah, and they don't even have purple milkshakes. They
I
have
was gonna
shamrock,
say.
red or pink, black, and white. Okay, it's a cross section, Napolitani or whatever.
I think they do the
I like that.
the
Napolitano.
funfetti or something. Don't they have funfetti? at
No.
some
I
point?
believe that's a flurry.
That's a flurry.
That's a flurry, yeah.
Fucking flurry.
And that is just a swastika, and it's crazy that they even have that character.
yeah, I'm offended.
Yeah.
fucking hamburglar.
Yeah, exactly. He goes, rabble, rabble.
Rabble, rabble. Do you remember at the old McDonald's where they used to have like the things that you could ride on? So they always had that big plastic tree,
Uh-huh.
and then they would have like the hamburgers that you could ride on.
Yeah, you'd be fucking rocking that shit.
And the fry
And then
kids, man.
You'd let
The
them
fry
go, and
kids?
they'd whip, and then come back and hit you right in the groin.
Yeah.
Every time.
You'd let them
Dude,
go.
And
I
you were
miss-
like, Grimace!
I miss old school.
That's what grimace is. When you get hit in the groin by the hamburglar. Rabble, rabble.
Rabble.
Rabble, rabble!
Oh my God. You know,
Fucked up clown.
I really miss old school
Safety
playgrounds.
hazards.
Playgrounds. Like, so you remember when we were kids? So we used to go travel down, probably a mile. We'd probably go a mile
Mhm.
down, I can't remember the name of the street anymore. And there was the,
It was Montclair or something, I believe.
was it Montclair?
I believe so.
So you go all the way to the end, and it dead ended into that weird abandoned park that was up by the Amtrak
tracks.
station,
Yes.
the train tracks, which we
Yeah.
would follow
Mhm.
out into Atlantic City. Remember, we'd go through the freaking marshes and stuff.
And then there
The
was
old AC?
that drive-through.
Yes, that was abandoned.
Or sorry, drive in.
Drive in. There's
Drive-in
abandoned
movie.
drive.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit's crazy. I
Yeah.
can't believe. But so, anyways, but I
And I
remember
never got raped.
not even once. I
Don't
was
think.
trying.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
was
that
trying.
for you, Steve.
We used to find shotgun shells and stuff out there,
We
though.
find
Yeah,
all
yeah.
kinds of crazy shit. But anyways, I was gonna say,
Dead bodies.
remember the gravel hill? We used to ride our bikes down it and then wipe out and get really fucked up. It was
I don't
out
know.
by that area. There was
Okay.
gravel, like, anyways.
Gravel.
gravel. But that old, it's super creepy
Mhm.
playground. Nobody was ever there. Rarely. I don't know if
Well,
I've
it
ever
was
seen
the
anybody.
white playground in
Was
the black
that what it was?
neighborhood.
Because it was more
Yeah,
towards
yeah.
Absecon.
Yeah.
But
There
so
was
anyways,
also a Hemikuda on the way there. I don't know if you guys are car guys, but yeah.
No.
there's a
Yeah,
Hemikuda.
I never
Cuda?
noticed that.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
that's where
damn.
the nicer, it was more built up area. It's
Yeah.
kind of like the north end, honestly. But
Yeah.
anyways, so you'd go down there, but they had one of those merry-go-rounds things,
Mhm.
and that shit was janky as fuck. It was rusted. It
Mhm.
was like coming off its hinges, and you would spin somebody to the point where they were flying off of that thing.
Yeah.
And you never, and it had that metal slide that would like give you like 3rd-degree burns in the
Mhm.
middle of summer.
Oh,
It was
it's the best.
so polished, so shiny,
Dude.
like it was blinding.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. You
Just
hit it at the right
hot
angle.
Kid asses running down it the whole time.
Holy cow.
Just shining it up.
Flakes
Oh,
of
yeah.
skin just peeling off.
Exactly. Yeah.
Crazy. We
all right,
need to
we
bring
better-
that back.
We better move on to another subject.
Absolutely. Let's see where are we at. Okay, we're good on time. Okay. So, relaxing indoors. What is your drink?
Water, soda water. I'm boring. I'm
It
sorry.
Yeah,
really
you're pretty
depends
boring.
on situation. Like, it's just relaxing.
Mhm.
I do like a beer.
Okay.
Beer or coffee, to be honest with you.
I would say if I don't have anything to do, I would say a Greyhound.
Okay. Oh, yeah, for
Greyhound.
sure. I mean,
Yeah.
If it's a
Do tell.
special occasion relaxing, I don't drink unless there's it's situational.
Yeah. And I'm just saying like unwinding, whatever, after a hard day or something.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that,
Then it's definitely a beer.
Yeah. Okay. Roma, what would your unwinding alcoholic drink be?
I don't have one. I don't drink to unwind.
All right.
Sorry.
She always wound up.
What about relaxing
Literally.
outdoors?
Probably be a White Claw or
Beer.
something fruity, something like effervescent. Like the likelihood of me drinking a beer would be really slim unless we were doing something and it was like a Corona or like something really light.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely at least a beer. At least one.
I would say, yeah, truly White Claw or a Corona if it's like beach kind of, whatever it is.
You're on the river or like
Yes.
camping or something.
Yes. Okay. Now this is something I've learned from a lot of mothers and people out there.
Okay.
When you're doing your chores, your house chores, what
Coffee.
do you drink?
Water.
Coffee.
See, you guys are doing
I'm
it wrong.
sorry.
Yeah.
I really am.
Yeah. Because you need that motivation. You need something to like stimulate you and inspire you.
Okay.
And so you got to
Crack
do
cocaine.
something like, yes, exactly that, Roma. Yes. Methamphetamine up the nose and then pound a beer.
Yeah.
No.
In the butt.
Yeah, exactly. A butt beer.
Butt beer.
You
Butt
just
chug.
boof it.
No, but I think there is something to that. Like on a Sunday, that's like, it's like,
Methamphetamines?
Nice, relaxing
no,
day.
just
just gotta
some
spice it up.
mimosas or something kind of light, White Claw, Truly, something like that,
Yeah.
or Corona even. But it's just that
Wine.
motivation
They
to
drink wine a lot.
Yeah.
You get out your funnel. You
See-
practice your handstands.
Mm-hmm.
I have a very fine line between motivated and like not and distracted. So like I can drink a little bit and like I'll get a energy burst but then that'll go right into ADD distraction and I'm not going to finish a task.
Okay, fair enough. But I do think that the alcohol can stimulate you to keep going.
Yeah.
Right, to like
You're not
keep-
wrong. I mean, I definitely have had nights.
It can go one way or the other.
Yes,
Really,
I've
really.
had nights
Yeah.
of drinking where I came back and scrubbed walls
Yes,
because
exactly.
I was
exactly
so
that.
fucking like pumped and
Yeah.
energized.
I've brought like I steam cleaned a bunch of shit.
Yep.
It's like just have a couple cocktails and just you're having a good time.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
you're,
everything's
like,
more
listening
fun.
to podcasts and
You turn on the Billy Ocean and you're good to go.
absolutely.
I
Yep.
don't really know who Billy Ocean
Me
is.
neither, but sounds fine.
I feel
I
like what
imagine he's a
happens
tuna
is
baron.
though I'll have a drink, I'll get an energy burst, so I'll get motivated, then I'll get distracted, and then I'm fucking tired. And so
Yeah.
like it's not enough of an arc for me.
Yeah.
And I'm not the kind of person that can continue to drink in order to keep the high going.
Yes. Yeah.
So I have a peak and then it's fucked.
It's a delicate thing.
Yeah,
I totally
and
get it.
I
yeah.
don't have that. The people that are constantly buzzed, I've never found that. I don't know where that lies. I've never
Yeah.
It's
experienced
good
that.
times.
Yeah, it has to. You have to maintain it. Like, and I think that's what people are bad about. It's like either you go too far or you go
Yes.
you undershoot, and
Well,
then you're sleeping either way.
Yeah,
You know?
so I'm either sleeping or I'll get a hangover. Like I can't stay buzzed for very long. My body just doesn't like it. I don't process it well.
Yeah, yeah.
And so it's kind of got to be like an all or nothing. It's like I'm drinking or I'm not.
Okay. Do you guys have? So somebody told. Do you guys have something that you take? Go ahead.
Normax says 90s techno trance and rum and coke.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah, dude.
Dude, yeah, 90s trance was like my jam
Yeah,
for a while.
And rum.
Totally.
And Coke. Yep.
I could
Yeah,
see
you're
that.
probably,
good times.
probably right, yeah.
Yeah, throw out some.
I don't know, mine was more like Mad Dog, but 90s trance
Well,
and
you
Mad
don't
Dog.
have to drink the
So-
same thing you drank when you
Oh,
listened to
Good
okay.
it.
old Mad Dog
I mean,
Beach.
to be fair, if we were really being honest, mine was like 90s trance and acid or
Yeah.
Molly, or actually we didn't have Molly back then. It was ecstasy.
It was ecstasy back then, yeah.
Same thing. Kids.
It's not
kids
the
think
same.
Things are.
It's not the
right.
same.
It's
It's not.
cleaner. It's cleaner
It's
now.
cleaner now. It's less fun now. Is really what
Really?
it is.
Yeah,
yeah.
no, you don't
yeah.
get as fucked up
It's not mixed with all the fun shit that may or may not kill you.
Yeah.
like real drugs.
But I love that part.
That was the best part.
All
That was
right.
the best part.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Felt dirty and excited.
Trust me, the kids now that are doing quote unquote ecstasy, which they call them, they're not having the same time.
No,
We had
no,
a
not
way
at all.
better time.
Okay, you're on vacation in Europe. What do you drink?
Probably wine.
Yeah.
Stout beer.
All right.
Yeah, that too, like a Guinness
Local
or something.
stout
Yeah.
fucking beer.
Is the
beer
UK
that you've
in
gotta
Europe?
chew.
Yeah. If I was in Ireland, UK.
Oh, and you get fucked up
Totally
on
Guinness.
dark beer.
Yeah,
God
dark beers
damn.
and wine. Well, I mean, if you're in
That-
Italy, you're going to drink wine, right? Like, that's what they do.
Italy, France, pretty
Yes.
much anywhere except like Germany and Ireland.
That's dark
Scotland,
beers. Yeah,
you know?
yeah. Stouts.
UK,
But if
yeah.
you're in the element, you've got to try the difference in Scotch, because there's going to be Scotch, and there's going to be Irish Scotch, and there's going to be Scotch whiskey, and there's going to be Irish whiskey. You've got to try them all.
Yeah, no, I would for sure. I would
not
dip into
remember
that.
the next week.
Yeah, but we're also talking about go-tos. These are our go-tos.
Oh,
you know?
then I'd be fucking up beer all
Because
day.
yes, we could sample everything in
Well,
the whole
I would
world.
drink what was regional.
Yeah,
That's what I would drink.
yes, exactly. Whatever the specialty of that, I want the full experience. Yes. What about Asia?
Sake.
Sake, yep.
Okay, that's pretty good.
Sake.
I think I would do Cobra wine.
Never heard of it.
Or Cobra whiskey. Sorry, yeah, Cobra whiskey.
Is that where they actually have like
the snake
the
in the
snake
bottle?
in the bottle?
In the bottle.
That
yeah,
sounds
yeah, yeah.
terrifying.
Kind of like how Hispanics down in Hispania,
They have corn.
they corn and a worm down in
Yes.
theirs
Corn and a worm.
in
yes.
Hispania.
Yes, in Española.
Scotty G says ketamine.
Fair enough. Wait, Europe or Asia?
Sniff of choice to relax.
Whew. Jesus, I thought we were talking about drinks.
Okay. So now as far as alcoholic drinks go, what do you prefer in cold weather months? Is there a change
Whiskey.
from hot weather?
Yeah.
No,
Yeah. In hot weather, I drink more of like ciders, not ciders, but
Something light? Doesn't
Yeah.
make you sweat?
what do you call them?
cocktails.
Like White Claws, like what do you call them?
Yeah.
Seltzers.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So
yeah.
warmer weather, I'm going to drink seltzers or light beers.
Yeah.
I'll also drink whiskey, but whiskey's like that's a whole different thing. But like in the colder months, I'd be more likely to drink a stout or a porter.
Yeah.
And although I haven't had
getting
one,
bold.
yeah, I haven't had one in a long time. Honestly, I kind of stopped drinking them. And then obviously whiskey and like a hot toddy or something fun.
Okay. Yeah.
It's beer.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah.
Beer or whiskey, man. That's
But no difference between the summer beer and the
Fuck
winter beer?
no.
Okay. All right. Well, and this came up because
I'm a beer guy. I love beer.
I was
For
talking
the love of beer.
I was talking to a lady, and she's one of those people that are very like
Situational?
Yes,
Seasonal?
She's yes, very seasonal, and so like her house is very clean, and like she decorates and does like all the crazy
She
stuff.
one of them pumpkin spice bitches.
Yeah. Oh,
100%,
absolutely. She
100%.
claims she's a basic bitch to the core, and
Yeah.
I'm like, well, that's fine. Yeah, that's cool. But
I'm semi-seasonal in my trashy way.
she said like, oh, I'm just gonna sit here and drink red wine, and I was like, oh, that's crazy. Did you like get red wine for this occasion? And she's like, no, just in the winter I order red wine, and in the spring, summer, and fall I order white wine. And I was like, that is such a weird thing.
Oh.
That's
Very
one of the things that,
specific, yeah.
like got
You're
me
one
into
of
this
those.
like
Yeah.
thought
Okay.
pattern.
Well,
Okay,
it
fair enough.
is a heavier wine, and
Yeah.
so I mean, but that's what they say. Like if you're gonna eat like fish or chicken, usually you'll do like a lighter wine, like white.
Yeah.
And if you're gonna have like red
Stew,
meats or
you know,
whatever,
yeah,
it would
yeah.
be a red wine.
Yeah.
I knew somebody whose mother drank white wine all year long with ice cubes in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen that.
And that's an alcoholic.
Or just somebody who's well-rounded.
And the rest of us are all alcoholics as well.
Oh,
but
okay.
some people order different things.
Right.
As
No,
the
that
year
was
goes
just her
on,
drink.
so it
I mean,
seems-
she would make a cocktail once in a while, but like that was her drink,
Yeah. Okay.
her alcoholic drink.
So, what do you guys drink when you're hungover?
Water, Gatorade. I don't drink
Coffee.
alcohol. I don't.
Okay.
I don't do that like hair of the dog thing. No
Yeah.
way.
Okay.
I think I have had Bloody Marys before.
Okay.
Because you're getting all that nutrients
Mm-hmm.
and the sodium and stuff, but you're still getting a little bit of alcohol. I don't know if it helped anymore, but it didn't hurt. I don't think.
Sure.
But people that are like, you just need to start drinking again. I'm like, no, I'm trying to stop drinking. Like, that's what fucked me up to begin with. I don't want to prolong this process. I want it to be over.
Well, and a lot of times, I'm thinking about vacations and things like that where you're like, oh, I'm hungover, but I still am on vacation. So what do you do then?
Gatorade, water, and something super fatty for breakfast.
Okay.
Breakfast burritos, breakfast sandwiches, something that's got a lot of carbs and a lot of fat.
And would you still have as much fun?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely not. If I have a hangover...
No, I will be a total bitch.
No, if I have a hangover, that entire day is ruined. I can't function. I just can't function. It's not I'm choosing to have a bad day. It's like, no, I'm dry heaving and I have a migraine and like, it's bad. I probably have shakes.
Man.
Yeah.
Like maybe diarrhea. It's
Who
bad.
do you blame for the hangover, Roma?
Whoever it was that was enticing me to drink.
Fair enough.
Even if it was my idea, the fact that they were there made me have that idea.
And didn't stop you.
I would have not done it on my own. I never drink alone ever because it's just boring to me because I get that rush of energy and I have to be social. I can't
But you could clean.
No, because then I get the ADD.
But you try to clean.
Maybe initially.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not good. Like I have a very short window of like, this is optimal.
Yeah,
I need outside bad influences to keep it going.
Yeah, gotcha.
And so usually I'll get like hungry or tired or get a headache or get whatever. It's not good. I'm not a good functioning alcoholic on my own.
Yeah.
If I'm with somebody and I'm like, we should drink, and I push that on them and then they continue it, it's their fault.
That's also true. Yep.
Yes.
Yep. Nope,
Even if I come up with the idea, it's their fault at the
yes,
end.
100%.
Yeah.
And honestly, probably the entire time I was egging them on to egg me on.
Yeah.
Yep.
But if they weren't
you
there,
totally trapped them. Yes.
Yes. But if they weren't there, it would have never happened in the first place. So it's their fault.
Yep. Been there.
Yep.
It's true, Roma. It's like
with Roma specifically.
It's like Schrodinger's experiment. You know, if you got a cat drunk by itself in a box,
did
would
it ever actually get drunk?
Exist?
Yes.
Yeah.
It would still drink.
You know, I don't think I've ever been drunk alone.
Really?
I don't think so. I've been buzzed.
No.
Yeah.
But I don't think I've ever been full on drunk on my own because I can't drink by myself. I get bored.
Yeah. Sometimes if you're drinking and you hit a little bit of pot, then you'll be drunk real quick.
I don't smoke alone either.
If you don't know your ratio.
Yeah.
Because if there's that fine line.
2 butt cheeks, 1 poop. It's a ratio, Roma.
Hunter says peanut butter sandwich, banana, and ginger tea. Oh my God. So I had a peanut butter and honey toast this morning for breakfast, and I literally texted somebody, I really wish I had bananas right now.
Interesting. And ginger tea.
Which is also good.
Yeah. The old GT, I call it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, now we only have 40 minutes left in the show.
Yeah, Dan, why don't you hurry the fuck up?
I'm working on it, all right?
I'm just saying, if we want to...
slowed down by my leg.
To be fair, Kat's not even here, and she's the one that really wanted to see the PSA, so if we didn't get to it, I don't think it'd be in the world.
All right, well, we'll just go see how it goes.
We're situational drink talking.
I also have to pee, so I'll be back.
I've been skipping a lot of these. So, Superfan Dan, what do you drink when you're hungover? Probably.
I drink. Okay. So you were talking about. All right. First, we'll start with, just coffee, right?
Okay.
And then you were asking about on vacation.
Yeah, just frame of reference.
So
if we're gonna frame it.
If we're framing it, it'd be coffee with Baileys, depending on who I'm with, and or it would be a good beer. Or it would be just, nope, we're just having ourselves a fucking couple fingers and some ice right from the get-go.
In the butt? Or where are those fingers
you
go?
know right where they're going.
Yeah.
Steve, we ain't hiding
Wait,
nothing.
did you just mean like fingers of vodka or whiskey or whatever?
Oh, no, it'd be fingers of bourbon up the butt.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Up the butt, of course. Yeah. You know, we don't fuck around.
Absolutely.
Without finding out.
Yeah.
So, what about you, Steve? What about you? You didn't mention anything. You were too curious about what happened between me and Roma.
Oh, absolutely. No, I'm taking a back seat and learning from y'all. So hangovers are tough. if it's just me, like by myself, recovering from a night of partying, definitely a Gatorade Zero would be ideal.
Oh God, they taste more like medicine than any other fucking Gatorade.
Coke
but
Zero.
you don't want the sugar though.
No, Gatorade Zero.
That's what I'm telling Dan though.
Oh yeah. I don't want the sugar. Same thing, but actually, you kind of do want sugar because they say that hangovers are created by a lack of sugar, a lack of hydration, and a lack of oxygenation. So you really want to
get
breathe
in on
deep,
all that.
or have supplemental oxygen. So really just steal it from your sick uncle. Put that shit on, and then he's
or your
gonna,
SO.
Exactly, yeah, because she is a train wreck, and you're out partying with some bitches.
So I just had
Young,
a realization while I was peeing.
hot girls.
Did you?
Yes.
What was
I
your
think one of the
realization?
reasons I don't like drinking by myself is because at home, let me put you this way, at home, because your reality is altered.
Mhm.
And it's weird to be in your normal, stable environment
Sure.
in an altered state. So it'd almost be like dropping acid at your house,
Which I would prefer.
which I would prefer.
Yeah.
However, like you get a different, I don't know. It's if somebody else is there with you and makes the vibe normal,
Okay.
then that's cool. But
Okay.
if you're there by yourself, I guess I have a lot of anxiety. I get into my own head. So if I'm in an environment, if I'm in my own environment, drinking, likely overthinking, because that's what I do for a hobby,
Yeah, it's a
it
good
can
hobby.
get really weird really fast, which is probably why I like to be social when I'm drinking.
Well,
I
go ahead.
I was just gonna say I definitely know that I've smoked pot by myself in my own house, and it was a disaster.
Really?
Terrible.
Okay.
Oh my God. The anxiety was out of control, and there's nothing you can do. You just have to ride it out.
Well, and the funny thing is you lived by yourself for a long time.
Mhm. And I never drank by myself. Not
Really?
once. Not once.
No smoking pot, no drinking, no
One
taking.
time I smoked pot and I never did it again.
Wow.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, to this day, right?
I'll take like a muscle relaxer or a pain pill, but like that's because like
Ooh.
I'm actually in pain or need to relax the muscle.
Yeah.
And that's different. I feel like that's different. The head high's different. It's
No,
not.
it's totally different. Yeah. No, that's just a very interesting thing because to me, like being at home is the it's the epicenter, it's where I'm comfortable. It's where I know what's going on.
Well,
So like why would I go, if I go out there and fucking take, smoke pot or take acid or fucking
Something about me needing distractions, and I'm not distracted enough at home. So then I get into my head.
interesting.
so what I found is that I have this innate need to help and or watch over others who are tripping way harder than I am
How do you
on
know
acid. Oh, because they took more than I did in front of me.
that? You don't know?
No, I do because I watched them.
Okay. Well, this is one. Then you're talking about specific situations rather than.
But no. I'm getting to what you're talking about. Is that which is that I didn't feel normal or completely comfortable and let myself go and just ride the wave until I got home. Like that was when like I had already been around people who were just fucking frying their heads off.
Yeah.
And they were just doing their own thing. And then I got home and I was able to actually fucking unwind and let it all play out. And
So-
it was awesome.
In these instances, did you find comfort in the fact that other people were more fucked up than you, which made you feel like, okay, I'm in control?
Kind of,
Yeah.
but it was also a height of it was one of the few times that anxiety kicked in because it was like
From you? Your
Yes.
own anxiety?
my
Okay.
own
Yeah.
anxiety because I was like, all right, I have to hold it together and I can't let myself be completely
You
like,
have to take
I
care of
can't-
these people.
right?
Yeah.
Right. I
You
couldn't-
can't lose
like,
control.
I was still
Okay.
feeling the effects,
Yeah.
but I was like holding it back
Yeah.
so that when I was to a point in which I was ready to be comfortable, that I was able to actually unwind. But it's just me who's
Yeah.
one of those, as some people call them, shamans, who will help people guide through their own trip. But of course, I'm not going to let them trip alone.
Yeah.
Because that's just fucked.
It's very noble of you, Dan.
Like, it's hard to watch. It's hard to watch other people be fucked up when you're not. Of even
well, it's annoying, is what it is.
The same. Well, it can be.
It is.
It can be.
100% is.
But do you think that they were more open to it?
Yes,
and you were not.
They totally let themselves go.
And you were like, I have to have this regulatory mechanism that stops me from being what they are right now so that I can...
Correct.
Yeah, so that's a control thing.
It was very much a control thing.
Yeah.
But as soon as I got home, oh, no, fuck, dude, all bets were off.
Okay.
I was safe.
So which did you prefer? Which did you prefer, the pre or the post?
Yes.
So
no, but they were different. They were different experiences.
No, it's
they each had their own.
It's
like
the whole
merits and
it's the whole experience in and of itself was being able to control myself in a public setting while feeling the effects, as well as soon as I got home and I was able to just let myself go and just be unwound. It was awesome.
So was it like being at a child beauty pageant and not being able to jerk off? And then when you got home, boy, things were great. Was it like that?
I couldn't say. I've never had that experience.
Okay, well, it's pretty tough
on this.
Yeah.
And I am not going to dignify that question with the response.
But I just want to know, actually, like, was it a big, like, what would you prefer? Would you prefer the side A of being in control and helping, or would you rather have side B where you're able to let loose?
Okay, in that context, it would be letting loose. Preferably in nature.
And do you not want anyone else there inside B?
No. That's no.
Would you be very choosy of who is there inside B?
I think you have to be.
I would be picky as to whether or not
you have to be. It's such a mind fuck. You can't just.
Is Scotty G one of the people you want to avoid?
No.
Scotty G says Steve's hangover involves his butt hurting.
Mine does?
I don't know. He said Steve's.
Sometimes.
Well, when you're hanging over the couch.
Yeah, exactly. And you just wake up and your pants are down and you're greasy and you don't know what's going on. You're disoriented.
Everything smells like coconut.
Yeah, I've had a few vodkas. Sure.
But no, like one of the best times is when you've chosen your companions on the trip well enough.
Yeah.
And then you all just get to let loose and you just get to do your own thing. Personally, I chose to hold off and control myself as opposed to just let go because I could have. I was in a safe place. I was with safe people.
Why didn't you?
Because I didn't feel internally like that was the time for me to let go.
Did you feel like you had to be the one because you knew they wouldn't be? I imagine that is a yes.
Actually, yes. I did feel that, but that was not because of them. It was not because of them. It was a personal choice of my own. Yeah. Like I fully embraced the fact that I chose to do that, but at the same time I helped them enjoy what they were going through.
Yes. Yeah.
Which then allowed me to later, when I was ready to be by myself, enjoy what I was going through on my own.
Well, and I think that's a very, colloquial thing is that there's always people that want to, I guess, guide others, and like be that person, especially like tripping and, and all that. It's usually the most experienced or whatever it is. But I do believe that there are people, it's like Train Spotting. There was Mother. You remember him? He was like a 45-year-old dude.
Oh, yeah. No, you've got to have that one person who knows,
ran the drug house and had them shooting up heroin.
The effects. He knows what helps you intensify it. He knows what helps you calm down.
Yeah.
He knows what helps you just everything.
Yeah.
They are the guru.
Yeah.
And they know what you need when you need it, even if you had no idea that you needed it.
And I don't think that necessarily is a function of time or experience. I think that's
It's
a
a
function of
personality
personality. Exactly.
So
It's an internal thing.
Personally, like whenever I would do drugs, I always like to keep myself in check, and will be aware of the people around me. But ultimately, I will facilitate, but I do not want to caregive because I want to be fucked up enough that I'm going to deal with my own shit.
Mhm.
If something goes wrong, I absolutely will do whatever I need to do. But in general, like I'm there for me. I want companionship in this. Get your shit together. Like you need to be able to handle your drugs. Because like I don't need anybody wigging out. I've been in situations where people have wigged out and
Sure.
I just kept my shit together.
It's intense.
And but I have a hard time, like I can let go to a point. I've never had a bad trip. I've had bad anxiety, not from hallucinogens. Weed fucks me up. I can't, especially eating it. God, no, I can't do it anymore. I think the older I get, though, the more anxiety I have. And so the less fun I have with things 'cause I'm too in my head.
Yeah.
Adulting has really fucked that up.
Absolutely.
As a teenager, as a young adult, I could do drugs, not a big deal. Now I'm thinking about bills and retirement and, how organized my closets are and whether or not I need to change the oil in my car. And like, it kind of fucks with your high,
I don't think you'd be able to handle the weed they've got out today, Roma.
No, I can't. That's why I don't smoke it.
It is way too fucking like purified and strong and shit
Well,
that your anxiety would just run your whole fucking trip the entire goddamn time.
That's why I don't smoke it, Dan. But here's the thing is like, they have some that they're like, oh, like some of it has more of a body high. Some of it has more of a head high. I'm like, no, it takes away your ability to function, which is anxiety producing. So like, I don't want, at least alcohol makes you dumber, so you're kind of just, I don't know. It's different.
Yeah, I think alcohol definitely makes you more just like
it numbs,
satisfied. You're just satiated, whatever it is.
Yeah,
satiated.
I do think that
word.
I do think that weed is like so much more. It's like it pinpoints things.
Yeah, I don't like it.
But I also think
you zero in
that they have that they have developed hybridization to the point where they can go, hey, your stupid, shitty Chihuahua dog is just going to bark at a bunch of unnecessary things and be an asshole towards whatever. And your Labrador Retriever is going to be a stupid, lazy dog like on Full House, So I do think that like with the I guess development of pot and all that, they're able to kind of like breed in those
magic.
aspects that they want you to have.
They've done fucking magic.
Yeah, so like I would be like, oh well, do you have one that like makes me not want to eat? Because I would assume that they have some that are like anti-munchies and like, do you have some that don't make me fucking think about my future and shit? Like I don't
my
need
entire
that
life
right now.
needs to not be a focal point.
Yeah, like maybe I want that sometimes.
Literally,
but I don't want that all the time.
There's no strand of pot that could make me feel good. I guarantee it, because either going to have too much of a body high. No, trust me, Dan. I've done a lot of drugs and I've done a lot of pot.
I don't doubt you.
So he's either going to have.
Very serious.
I'm either going to have too strong of a body high, which is going to make me feel weird and trapped.
Yeah.
Or I'm going to have either an anxious feeling or too depressed of a feeling in my mind. I'm going to feel too out of control, which is going to give me anxiety.
Yeah.
So there's no like, oh, like I smoked some pot and now I feel like, painting. Like I know some people feel that way. I don't feel that way. There's too much of a mind fuck. I'm too detached from reality. I go from, like when you're drinking, you think you're sober, but you're not. When you smoke pot, you're just fucked up and you're fucked up and there's no coming back from that. And everything's really weird and awkward. Like, have you ever tried to watch a movie or a TV show that you've watched a million times while high?
Oh, yeah.
So I have this thing that happens is like, so I'll watch something and I can tell that they're acting and it's super cringe and awkward.
Yep.
And I can see the sets.
Yep.
I can see the acting. I can see the cues.
Yep.
And it's so cringe that like I just want to run away. Like it's just I'm like everything's fake. This is like a fucking fake world, and I can't handle it. And like so I cannot.
I'm even the same way with podcasts. Like even though like it's kind of free form and kind of whatever, you just know what's set up and what's
it's scripted.
Like yes, it's so.
Well, I can tell everybody here
obvious.
this is not very scripted.
Roma's telling so. Yeah. No, totally. No, I get it though, Roma.
Right.
I totally
it's
understand
not
what you're saying.
scripted.
Sort of.
Yeah.
It's sort of half a little bit scripted.
I wasn't reading from cue cards.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly, Dan. Yes, that is great stuff for us to do all the time. We are great happening of people.
Good job, Roma.
You just talk good and we know all our doing and stuff. No, but I totally get it. Me with a hangover, Dan?
Yes. Oh my God.
Yeah.
That's what we were
fucking
talking
shit,
about.
Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Yeah.
Please.
It's bullshit, Dan.
I know. I'm the worst. It's the knee.
So me with a hangover.
Me.
The first things I'm going to go with are obviously, Gatorade Zero and fucking deep breathing exercises and flexing my shit, just sitting on the toilet and blowing shit out, whatever. All right. But I'm also going to be thinking about how can I get a pickled asparagus in my gullet?
Really?
You know? Yeah. Or perhaps a pickled okra. Hot pickled okra, and I would be putting that into a delicious
Bloody Mary.
Omelette?
Bloody Mary. Yes.
Oh.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Dr. Ian Malcolm, chaos theory.
See, you just roll it off the back of your
It
hand
just always
there,
turns
and
that
you
way.
Just watch it. Just
Helen
roll
Hunt will
off the
blow
back.
you in the back of a Mercedes.
Must go faster. Must go
Yes.
faster.
Yes. Okay. All right. So I think, look, we've skipped over a bunch of them, but
Okay.
I do want to get to something else.
I thought
okay?
we got at least like 10.
No, yeah, we got to like 10 out of my like 25.
I know.
I've got let's see, I've got dessert, I've got sports, I've got concerts,
Rolling
I've
it.
got,
Rolling it, Steve.
I've
Roll
got
it.
bars, I've got parties, I've got anniversaries, I've got South American vacations.
Are you going to ask
I've
questions
got,
or are you just going to tell
sick,
us?
I've got tired, I've got eaten spicy food, I've got fruit juice.
Ooh.
You know, just
Kind of
Okay.
missed you guys.
okay. Listen, dicks. We've gone by the new year. I don't know if you guys have realized that. We're in 2024, right?
Uh-huh. We had a new
Fuck.
episode, didn't we?
Yeah.
Kinda. No.
Yeah, but I just want to know, make people sure.
Wow.
The card's over here.
Yeah, raid the card. So, I feel like as we get older, all of us, we let like years just start to pass us by, right?
Yeah, that happens.
Like you just have those things that you're concentrating on that are deep. I guess, yeah. There are many things that we let go by that we plan on doing.
Like bungee jumping?
Exactly
Or-
that, Dan.
Or base jumping?
Yes,
Just jumping out of stuff?
Or free basing.
yes,
Long time.
Roma.
Foily Friday.
So I want to know. So one of the things that really brought this out of me is because I drive a car.
Ooh, nice.
Nuh-uh.
It's a car.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
have
impressive.
ask me.
Do you drive a car?
I drive a car. Yeah.
Sweet.
See, that's what you'll
NBD.
get. That's what you get. Yeah. So I drove a car that wasn't great in the snow. Okay. I got new tires on it. It's sport like tires and basically it dug its own wells
Dude,
in
it fucking
snow and ice.
killed it.
Yeah.
It killed it.
It did great at not driving. I think I brought this up in the episode prior, like the New
Maybe?
Year's episode.
I don't know.
But anyways, so what I did was I had a Jeep that is not my primary vehicle, and I got it all together. I bought a new battery for it. I aired up the tires. I started up, got all the, just got everything kind of ready for it.
Sure.
And so I'm very proud of that. I'm very proud of like having this
stuff.
second vehicle. Yeah.
Dude points.
And
It hasn't snowed since.
It has not snowed since, Roma. You are correct. So I go from my 400 horsepower rear wheel drive, cannot get out of my driveway vehicle to this 4-wheel drive Jeep that can climb out of fucking anything and have not needed it.
Yeah.
Yes, Roma, you're correct.
Dude.
But here's the thing is that this Jeep, you know, we live in Idaho. There's so much to do, you know, in Idaho that you can do with any sort of
it's fucking true.
Yeah. I mean, even a 2-wheel drive, much less a 4-wheel drive, you can get up into the mountains. You can get up to, you know, different like lakes and rivers and
ladies and Germans in less than a fucking hour.
Yeah.
Don't tell them that, Dan. We
absolutely.
Don't want them
No,
knowing
you'd hate
any
living
of
here.
this.
Don't
yeah,
move
it's
here.
terrible.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
all a bunch of white supremacists.
I didn't say that it wasn't polluted.
Yeah, they're all racist.
Yeah, all of them.
And we've got white supremacists that we got to beat off with a stick.
Yeah, we beat them off all the time. We'll beat you off too. So
with a stick.
So, I guess what I found from that is that like I've always wanted to get that Jeep going. Like I've just wanted to have it in the past couple years.
We just need the motivation.
Yes. Is that like I didn't need it last year in the winter. There wasn't like a big snowstorm or anything crazy. So I just like let the
battery die and
yes, just let it go. You know, let the registration expire. Let all that shit. So now having it fully functional and working, I'm like, okay, well now I can fish and I can, you know, potentially hunt. You know, I got my hunter's ed course done.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
I remember you mentioning it.
I didn't buy the license yet, but yeah.
I can still shoot stuff.
Exactly. Yep. Try to stop me fishing game. They will.
They will.
They will stop you.
They will try at least.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
But basically, it's given me motivation to do the things that I want to do so I can camp and hunt and fish and do all the things that, you know, are part of kind of the Idaho credo, you know, the thing you're supposed to do living here and working here and loving the outdoors. And I do. So I'm kind of wondering, what are the things in your life this year that we want to make sure happen? You know, like, do you have a thing that you're like, this is my, you know,
I sure do.
Yep. All right. Perfect. Yep. Roman, do you want to go first?
Roma first.
So I haven't talked about this much with anybody. I don't know if I've even told you this because, initially upon having this idea, I thought it was crazy. And with my given age, it sounds even more crazy, but I've been learning to roller skate.
That's awesome.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I got roller skates for my birthday in December, and I've been roller skating.
Where? How do you do it?
I cleared out my dining kitchen area.
Yeah.
And so I've been practicing in there because the
Isn't
weather's
it
been
carpeted?
shitty. No, this is like
it's
the
not.
kitchen area, not the dining room area.
Gotcha.
So it's a decent space. It's enough to, you know, do some basic stuff. And so I did go out to the garage early on and realized it was sloped.
Oh, fuck.
Like ever so slightly. So it's probably for drain off, you know?
Yeah, sure,
and I was like, this is treacherous. So plus it's been really cold. But so I've been doing it in my kitchen. I'm actually getting okay at it.
Okay.
Like,
and so what's your goal, I guess?
My goal is within a year to be good, to be an intermediate skater, to have all the basics down to the point where I can skate and I know all the basics and I know some tricks and skills.
And like on the sidewalk or like on like,
I would prefer to do it
an actual skating rink?
Probably a rink, tennis court, something like that. Any type of particularly smooth surface. Like I don't really have an urge to go to, or like, any, basketball courts, any place that's particularly smooth. I don't really want to go down shitty sidewalks. That's not my goal. I want to learn like more like rhythm or dance skating where I can do like footwork.
Yeah.
And so that's my goal. I don't want to huff around town on roller skates and get kidnapped or hit by a car or trip over tree limbs and knock my front teeth out. Like that's not my goal.
That would be kind of rough, getting kidnapped on roller skates.
Well, you can't get away.
Feel pretty shitty. Yeah.
Well, you can't get away.
You
Well,
can't.
you actually you get good enough, and you could fucking kick somebody in the face. With
Unless you could do wheel kicks.
Well, I tell you what, Dan, we'll put you on some roller skates, and then you kick somebody in the face and see how
we'll
well
have
that
someone
turns
rape
out.
you.
Trust me, when
God.
you get on roller skates as an adult and you haven't skated, I'd been to skating birthday parties as a kid, but you get on roller skates as an adult, it's fucking scary, dude.
I was more of a blader.
I was on rollerblades as a kid. Trust me, it's terrifying. So I'm doing quads, so that's like the four wheels, like traditional, 1970s roller skates. It's terrifying. You are completely vulnerable, and everything is an obstacle and a danger. It's crazy.
Huh.
It's more terrifying than you thought it would be. You're like, oh, it won't be a big deal. And then you get on, and you're like, oh, everything's death, and I can't get away from anything. And I have these strapped to my feet, and it makes you taller, it makes you faster, and it makes you more unstable, and it's horrifying.
That sounds fucking awesome.
It is
for
awesome.
you, though.
It's super awesome.
So basically, kidnap women from Sonic.
Yeah, you could. I mean, unless they were extra badass, but
they're not.
They don't roll around on roller skates.
They don't anymore. But you know what? There's a Sonic brand.
No.
There is
those fat bitches.
There is a Sonic brand roller skate wheel.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Does it have some sort of slushy properties?
It's probably an outdoor wheel, so yeah, it would be a more gummy wheel so that you can roll over. So I'm also, by the way, fastly becoming an expert on roller skating. Because I've done so much research.
Awesome, Roma.
You're going to have to keep us updated.
I will.
Yeah.
I actually have a brand new pair of skates coming in the mail tomorrow, and I'm obsessed about it.
All right.
Yeah, they're going to be super awesome.
All right.
Yes. I cannot wait.
Very cool.
Well,
that's a good one. Yeah.
I'm super nerding out right now.
Yeah.
While we still have time.
Yeah.
While we still have time, camping.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been camping in a couple of years. Just actually getting out there, putting a tent up, pitching a tent like men should, building a fire, cooking over a fire, for fuck's sake, because that's what we do. Steve, I doubt you could disagree with me. That's what we fucking do.
Yeah. I don't bring a Coleman, no.
No, fuck no.
No.
Fuck no. You got to cook over a fucking fire,
what are we,
dude.
Faggots?
Sometimes. Wait, no.
Well, no, we kiss each other, but that's not a thing.
No, that doesn't make us faggots.
Yeah.
That's a bundle of sticks.
Exactly.
That's what we burn.
Yeah, you burn those.
We burn those.
Because you're cold.
That's right.
And you want to cook.
Yeah. But yeah, no, for me, it's camping.
Mm-hmm.
I have several tents. One was from when I was firefighting, and this one is not from when I was firefighting.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I want to get out camping this year.
Okay.
Like fucking actually out there fucking camping this year.
Yeah.
What about you, Steve?
Pretty much those things that I was bringing up.
Roller skating and camping?
Exactly.
Dude,
those
you
two
combine
things.
those two, and I am fucking proud of you.
Yeah, well, bears can't catch man on roller skates. All right, they may run up to 30 miles an hour, but downhill I'm pretty.
You're fucking on fire.
Yeah, it's pretty hard for them to catch me when I'm doing my thing.
And you bust out your 9 and bust the cap.
Yeah. I'll be like, oh, shit.
I'm fucking proud of you, bro.
Thanks.
No, but seriously.
Yeah. No, I think my thing is I just want to appreciate the Idaho outdoors and I guess just do the things that I dream about doing because like I've always had these ideas to just do these things and it's almost as good as me doing them. Like just the thought of me having the idea to do these things almost makes me feel like I've done these things. I don't know.
I'm going to bring this up really quick, and I know we're getting into the show, but I was telling my boyfriend the other day, as I'm learning to skate and getting more and more confident on it, I've been having these moments of almost like deja vu while I'm doing it, and it feels like I'm remembering how I used to do it, and yet I've never done these things.
Yeah.
Like I've been on roller skates as a kid, but not at all any type of skill. Not like, I'm doing this, now I'm doing that. I'm moving, I'm putting my weight on this foot or that foot. But I would be doing things, and I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this. And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't remember this. It's very bizarre.
And I would be able to do that. Like I'd be able to visualize myself doing these things and never miss that I didn't do those
them.
things.
Yes.
It's kind of weird.
It's almost like an alternate reality or something.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's almost like I could live my life vicariously through my mind.
But it'd be cool if you actually did it.
But it would, yeah. But like to be a person, you have to do these things, and so that's kind of what it is like, oh, well, I have to do these things now. Like I've set myself up with all of the attributes of being able to do these things,
and now you have to actually do it.
Or I could do none of them and just stay home.
Yeah.
And it feels the same to me. I don't know. I'm just
it's
fucking
not, though.
crazy.
It's not the same though, because once you get out there, it'll be like, it's a different.
Yeah, and I love going out. You know, like one of my favorite things about going out into the wilderness is like solving the problems that appear. So it's
and there's a lot of them.
Yeah,
everything's against you.
Them. It's just
everything is against you because you're not meant to survive out there.
Yeah,
I mean, we can obviously, but it's not friendly. It's not. It's. If you have the skills, it can be a friendly environment. If you don't have the skills, everything's going to kill you.
Yeah. And I would never feel that way. I would never feel like everything was out to kill me. I would fucking overcome, which is fine to prove to yourself over and over and over again. But it's like, well, I just know I overcome shit.
Right.
Like, why do I have to keep overcoming shit?
It's just like, it's kind of like learning to roller skate. If you have the skills, it's a magical experience. If you don't have the skills, everything's trying to kill you.
Well, and see, and I don't take things like that are like so skilled based.
Yeah.
You know, like maybe shooting guns or something like that. Like I would
shooting
actually
guns
take
is
it.
so much fucking fun.
Yeah. Me and Dan went and shot guns
Roller
before
skating's pretty
you were talking about
day.
shooting guns, but you know what else makes you look cool while you're shooting guns or you're overcoming shit?
What
or
is
you're
that,
roller
Dan?
skating or you're just doing whatever the fuck you want to do.
Yeah.
Is finding yourself at thesensiblesociopathpodcast.com where you can get your Sensoc gear, where you get your Sen socks, you get your shirts, you get your hoodies. You make sure that whatever beverage you decide to pick up or
what
pour
about them
in,
mugs?
You put it in the Charlie Cat mug.
Holy shit,
of
son!
Various different colors.
Yeah,
it's still a little chilly
they got blue,
outside.
They got black. They got yellow. They got pink
and red. I saw red.
Holy
I swore
shit.
to God.
Holy
shit. I swore,
Holy
not
shit.
swear.
I don't see
Holy
any red.
Shit. There's
What?
no red, Roma.
There's no red
shit.
anymore. Oh,
There it
shit.
is.
There's red.
Oh,
shit, there's red.
But you make sure that you find yourself at thesensiblesociopathpodcast.com. Where else can you find us, Steve?
Well, you can find us on Instagram at The Sensible Sociopath Podcast, and you can find me on Twitter at Stephen Paul Cast. Stephen with a PH, Paul Cast. He's the coolest guy out there. You'll find him. We're live every Friday night. Please come follow us. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the thumbs up that you love us. And shoot that share-o to your friends, family, enemies, and employees. Frenemies. Yeah. And Superfan Dan, Roma, I'm so glad we're back.
I'm glad we're back, too.
It's been a good
I
one.
love
Fucking
y'all.
awesome.
Have a good night, everybody.
Best podcast in the world.
Bye.
The world
y'all.
would not be the same.
I like it.
No wonder my anxiety's so high.
Few people laughed. Few people cried.
Oh, what's in the box?
Most people were silent.
And that was it.
Now I am become death,
Sounds like a bad time.
the destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, so this doesn't seem like a great idea to me.
I suppose we all thought that, one way or another.
You didn't tell me any of that. That's crazy.
Well, Rama, when you're a hero, you don't tell everyone until you're on your podcast.
I'm about to hear some shit.
We all need to laugh.
I think just sitting down and, listening to...
The Sensible Sociopath. This is the shit you're supposed to be watching.
Gen X is gonna love it. Millennials are gonna be like, I'm offended.
You have offended me.
Also, my dog has a giant dick.
Oh my God, that's enormous.
I love it.
It's still a racist dog whistle.
Where you kind of have like a rotating cast of characters.
We're talking baby seals, eagles, wolves.
I'm just glad we're not going to have to eat with racism anymore.
It's worse than the butthole.
We're technically considered propaganda.
It is very contagious.
I think we really need to talk about environmentalism.
Like, are they studying pine cones?
Make yourself a nice stingray omelet. That's how Steve Irwin died. Cholesterol.
They're fucking delicious.
His father had ended up killing his mother and committing suicide.
In that order?
That's diabolical. I like it.
They had an apple gun where you could shoot Bigfoot.
Has she always been retarded?
I mean, she could have had a head injury.
You don't know anything about tartar sauce.
He had picked up a 400-pound statue and was like walking around with it.
Was the statue racist?
I'd like to think so.
It's like how they invented bacon and avocado to make a turkey sandwich tolerable.
I have a fear of fire.
Like a werewolf? Daniel, you've been our greatest viewer. Well, Daniel and Sarah and Katrina.
Daniel!